Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's happening, everybody? What's shaking? How y'all doing on this beautiful Saturday? It's cold than a bug out this boy, though, man. It is cold out here. You understand? It is definitely cold outside, without a doubt. But what kind of weather we got going on right now? It's one extreme to the next. Summer, winter, and spring and fall out here, boy. I tell you, it's vicious. I hope y'all doing good and everything. I'm just leaving the gym. Saturday morning, still gotta get that work in. No days off out here. Little shoulders and abs. About a mile on the treadmill just to warm up. Feeling good. My man Mo just logged on. I did get them burpees in, champ. I don't know how many I did. I just did it till I ain't want to do it no more. But anyway, I just was thinking about something last night. I was actually watching one of the little shows I've been watching. And somebody said something on there, and it just made me think about some things, like where we come from, things we running from, problems we have, and a lot of people's, view of your problems is that some problems you can just leave them where they at or run away from them, and really no problem you could run away from at all. They're going to follow you. And, some people decide that their best bet is to move away from wherever they at. I don't know, you grew up in Capitol Heights, you're like, yeah, I'm never coming back to Capitol Heights. You lived in the country out in the sticks somewhere, man, I'm never coming back here again. This hick town, this all this other stuff, there's so much drama, whatever the scenario may be. And people think you could just leave. And you know what? Some people do leave. A lot of people leave, but they do their college thing or whatever it is. They grind hard to get to get to a certain point, and they do move, and they leave a particular place where they feel that all of their problems were, right? Because environment has a lot to do with, it shapes us. Our environment does a lot for us. But you go off and you successful somewhere else. You leave everybody behind, even your loved ones. And some of those problems stay there, and you go somewhere else and you, so to speak, develop your identity all over again. You become almost this different person. You got a different type of job, different type of, business, whatever you got going on. You're kind of different to a degree because you're in a different place. You reinvented yourself, right? And everything's great and it's all good. But eventually, you're going to have to revisit them problems. You might go back. But just understand that when you do go back, regardless of what the circumstances is, if it was a death in the family or after some years you finally just decide, I'm in a good place, I can go back there now. Let me help you understand one thing. Your problems that you had there don't know that you left. They'll still be there when you get back, and you're going to have to face them. Because see, the thing is, when you don't face your issues, especially when you think you could just pack up your stuff and go somewhere else, when you come back, that stuff is still there. See, if you're looking at your life like a chapter, right? And a lot of people say, let God be the author of your life. And, he's the one, you're the pencil and he's the author and he's just writing away. Well, a lot of people, y'all think y'all could pack up and leave and go start this new life and do all these new ventures and stuff like that. And you don't realize that in that particular chapter, there's some lessons that you were supposed to learn. But rather than hang in there and just stay the course, you skipped about 15 pages and just went to the chapter where you happy and you doing good. But see, you don't understand that in that book that it's a point where you're going to have to go back to that place. And since you skipped them pages, you missed them lessons. It's a form of suicide. I look at it like that. It's a easy way out when really the hey, no pain, no gain. You know what I'm saying? Like in everything, you got to go through that. You got to struggle that. You got to cry that out. You got to tough that out. You got to learn that lesson that you were supposed to get out of that. You got to solve that problem, because if you just leave and don't solve it, it's still going to be there. It's still going to be something you're going to have to deal with later on in life, one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Well, hey, how it goes, like the thing about it, the sins of our fathers. You think that something you did in your past that's unresolved won't come back and touch your kids? Like, it will happen. You know what I mean? So don't be scared. I know your situation might be stressful. It might be hard. And really the only option you may see is to leave. And for most people, that might be the best thing for you. But before you leave, try to resolve whatever it is you got going on, some way, shape, or form. Even if the people or whatever that you got a problem with, if they not okay with it, you make it that way you're okay with it, and you learn the lesson that you need to learn, and you got your takeaways from that particular situation, and you did manage to grow stronger and get better from that particular place. So then when you leave and you go set up this new life, and you become successful and you do new things, when you come back, you can still breathe that breath of fresh air and not be so uptight and nervous that while I'm here, something might come back. It's kind of like, when a dude and a female break up, and it was a bad breakup, and neither one of y'all never want to run into each other. Most of the time, it's the dude don't run into the female because he feel like the female might be a little bit extra out in public. Man, it's one of them situations. You don't want to have to go nowhere and worry like, oh, man, what if I run into such and such? Man, I ain't got time for that, man. That's just nothing I want to deal with. You don't want to be like that. Because what if you're from a beautiful place, you know what I'm saying? Another country, or Miami, or, I don't know, just somewhere beautiful, but you had problems there, and, you get married or something later on, and they want to go there. Well, when you go there, you're going to be looking over your shoulder for that problem. And because you're looking over your shoulder for that problem, and you're worried about that problem, that means you focused on it. And the thing that you focus on, it's going to come to you, whether you want it to or not. So I said all that to say what I've been saying. Face your problems. It might be hard. It might be one of the toughest struggles you've ever had to experience, but it's an experience for a reason, so that you can learn from it. You can tell about it later on. You can show your strength throughout that whole situation. And you just, you can show the result here is that I got better. I grew stronger. I learned a lesson that I can use in other parts of my life. That lesson you learn might actually, that lesson you learn might actually help you in the successful life that you having right now. Because remember I said earlier, you skipped over that chapter. You skipped that lesson. You did the footnotes real quick, and now like I said, you might have started a business or a new relationship or whatever the scenario may be. And if you would have stayed there that much longer and got that one part, learned that one lesson, and then moved on, you'd be able to apply that to the new business or to the new relationship or whatever your endeavor is or whatever your new life brings you in this new place, and now it made things more easier. You know what I'm saying? It's a roadmap here. And you got to be able to use these things. But I think the hardest reason for people to understand this is that you look at the problems in your life as problems and not as a roadmap, so to speak. A roadmap for you to do those better things that you're doing. You really make a problem more than what it is. You're so focused on that problem and you don't think about the solution. Or the problem has become so overwhelming to you because of what you're thinking about and how other people keep bringing it back into your space. And you forget that, you got to find a solution. I always say you got to be not problematic, but solution oriented. Always try to figure out the way to work things around, so that way it's not so stressful for you. It's not so hard. Not saying it ain't going to be hard. And I'm not saying it ain't going to be stressful. It's meant to be so that you can get them gains, so you can gain those lessons. I think that's all I had for you guys. I just wanted to share that with you. It was something I thought about last night, and I know I haven't did a motivational, inspiring, preached message in a long time. And just know, folks, I'm coming back, man. Like, I ain't lost my passion or my purpose. I'm just really focused on a lot of one thing at a time, step by step, and getting these things in order. But I miss it. I love it. This feels good right now. Hoping, my man Mo shared this. If you watching this right now, share it. Like I said, somebody somewhere will need this. Somebody need to, just to understand, like, this push was good for me. It ain't even about the likes or the views that I get. I could care less about that. My thing is that whoever sees it, that it helps them. And, they can never ever tell me thank you, and I'm good with that. But just knowing that somebody somewhere seen this and it helped them through a situation, that's the blessing for me. I'm good with that. So everybody, I'm about to sign up all this thing. I got to start running these kids around soccer practice and all this other stuff. So if you just joined in on this, John, I'm sorry if it was a little long. I don't think I was repeating myself too much. I think it was all good stuff. Go ahead, watch it again, check it out. Like I said, it was just something I was thinking about, and wanted to share that with you guys. So y'all have a great day. Enjoy the day. It's cold out, but it's beautiful out at the same time. So go ahead, get out and do something, or stay home and chill, whatever you prefer. All right, I'll check with y'all later on. I'm out.